It's the first time he's been back to the Business of Design Conference since, I believe, 2007, way back at the Wynn Hotel in Las Vegas. And that's why I wanted to have him here this year. I wanted to have him here because Lloyd Princeton, many of you know, many of you have seen before, but you haven't heard before what I believe you're going to hear today. And that's why I wanted Lloyd back, because he's been, as you have, every step of the way through what you've been through the last 5 years. Through the market collapse, through the resurgence, through the post-traumatic stress disorder. Lloyd, as you probably know, is the CEO and founder of Design Management Company. He's also got some new innovative businesses that he'll be happy to tell you about a little bit later. But most importantly, he's an individual who out there has been negotiating and working on your behalf. He's been staring into the eyes of clients, trying to figure out the psyche of why they get out their checkbooks and why they don't. And I don't think anybody probably has more hardball, real-world experience in that realm than Lloyd. He's written a terrific book on marketing. This is my copy. I've had it for over a year. And unfortunately, he told me that he was in between printings. And good news is, he found a box, or his publisher did. So we'll have this book for sale and signing after his remarks today and out in the lobby, and some other products that we'll talk about a little bit later. But I hope you'll welcome back, as I will, Lloyd Princeton.
Appreciate it. It's a pleasure to be back. Thank you very much. How many people have heard me speak before? Okay, good. Well, you know the routine. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be quick. And I have so much I have to talk to you about. And as you know, I love Q&A, so I'll take the questions kind of as you have it. You don't necessarily have to hold them to the end, but I may hold it to the end. We'll see. And I barely have like an hour, so I'm already buzzing. I remember the last presentation I did was maybe only a few months ago. It feels like an eon, because this is, as I was telling David, so much has changed in the industry. And when he came to me and said, Lloyd, it's all about simplification, and I'm like, oh, okay. Let me retool my presentation. And I actually had sent him an original outline that was from Deciding What You're Worth and Charging It, which is my my signature presentation, which I delivered for a decade, and it was really kind of the backbone of my business. And I looked at it and I said, oh, this is crap. I need to give you something new, and I want to give you something that's just really germane to what we're going through today. And I think David hit the nail on the head when he said, looking the end user in the eye and trying to understand their psyche. And I really suffered through everything right alongside you. As they cried quietly in a corner somewhere, but I'm still suffering. And it's brought me to today. So you have material that I'm giving that I never delivered before, in a sense. And this outline is brand new. It's fresh material, and I really welcome your questions. In fact, it's so fresh I probably don't remember what's on there, but I know the content intimately. So we're ready for a fun ride. I'd like to start out by acknowledging that someone that I really consider a mentor. And I had the opportunity of meeting just once. Stephen Covey passed away a couple of months ago. I'm not sure if anyone was aware of it. And I mention that because I wasn't aware of it until a colleague of mine just told me the other day. Talk about moving around too much. And I go back and forth between New York and Los Angeles regularly. And I don't know where my head's been this summer, but on the beach a little bit too, so don't tell anybody. And so I somehow didn't know that Stephen Covey had died. But I had gone to the debut of his book, The Eighth Habit, which is genius. And The Eighth Habit, in a nutshell, is about finding your voice and helping others find theirs. In a sense, really, that's what you do. You know what you're about in terms of style and elegance, and what you're delivering to a client, and then you're helping them. You're articulating their ideas and giving it back to them, and it's good stuff. So that's when I met Dr. Covey, and I listened to the tapes 10 times. I've read the book a couple of times. And then something inspired me to pull out the tapes and listen to him again in the car. And I started listening to him. And it happened to be within a week of his passing. And I started incorporating and being re-inspired, and getting goosebumps just talking about it, his material. So to Dr. Stephen Covey, I'm sorry to see him go, but he's left a very, very rich legacy for us. and goodbye, Stephen. So, and with that being said,